who doesn't love the look and smell of fresh cut flowers, especially once you bring them into the home? Our 5-minute gardener, Debbie Mounce, shows us how to grow a garden so we have them all summer long. Take a look.
So I've got a pot here. You can absolutely also do this in the ground, but I have a pot, and the pot just has potting soil, pure potting soil inside of it. In the ground, if you're going to do this, you'd want to mix mulch with your existing soil. So what I have for you today is I just have 2 types of seeds. I have some cosmos seeds here, and there's a bunch of different varieties of cosmos. There's pinks, and there's whites, and there's yellow and orange, and there's kind of striped ones, and there's tall ones and short ones. So pick the ones that you like the best. The other thing I brought for you is this is a zinnia, a particular variety called Cut and Come Again zinnia, which are basically really great for cutting and taking in the house. Okay, both of these you want to plant really shallowly. And all I'm going to do, this is kind of a lot of seeds for a relatively small pot. All I'm going to do is just come along and shake these seeds on the top. Okay. Now we're going to have a lot more zinnias on that side than on this. We'll spread some of them around. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to cover them with just about 1/4 of an inch of extra soil. Just enough to cover them and hide them from the birds a little bit if you can, which is a tough thing to do. Those birds are pretty smart. They know where they are. Just enough to barely cover those little seeds. And then I'm going to gently, and the key word being gently here, water them in. And seeds, especially in the summertime, until they come up, you may need to water them twice a day. They don't need a lot of water. They just need enough to get them wet a couple times a day until they come up. And it'll take in about 4 to 6 weeks, you're going to have flowers to cut and bring in the house.
I love that because we all know how expensive flowers can be. Now you said those were the 2 easiest seeds to plant, but there are several other seeds that you can plant, but you might want to start a little bit sooner.
Right.
For example?
Well, for example, you can do echinacea. You know the echinacea
Oh, yes,
for your health?
yes.
Well, in the garden, the flower is called coneflower, and it comes in white. There's one called white swan, and then the regular echinacea, which is a purple one. And those you could plant in May or so, just a little bit earlier. Salvias, a lot of the salvias you could do from seed, and they also work really well. The black-eyed Susans, the rudbeckias.
I love those.
Yeah, they're very showy. We have some growing from seed at the nursery right now that we planted probably towards the end of May, and they're up about this tall now. So those are all also great choices.
Now, you sent us some pictures of a flower bed that you guys did at the nursery.
Right.
And we want to pull up the very first picture here, where just to show folks at home the progression and what you can do at home. So kind of walk us through the process here.
So this is just a bed. We do this seed bed all the time in the nursery, and we planted them, and then we took photographs every week.
Okay.
For about 6 weeks to show the progression.
Great. So let's pull up our next
just
picture.
Keep on going. It kind of shows you. Well, this is a little further along. This is probably about 3 weeks, or maybe even a little longer into it. So
pull up the next one. And I love the pattern of growth here. I mean, it really puts it into perspective.
And it's really fun as a gardener. At this point, they're probably about 4 feet tall.
Okay, how many weeks in would you say this was taken?
This is about 5 to 6 weeks in.
Okay.
Yes. So, you know, you get for like $2.
And then this is
yes, this is about 6 weeks. For about $2 or $1.50 for a package of seeds, get a lot of bang for your buck.
You really do.
Yeah.
I'm going to go buy some seeds after this.
You should. It works.
It really does. And I just love it when you come on, because for someone like me who doesn't know much about gardening, I really need to see it visually. I need a tutorial, which is basically what you do here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Thank you so much,
You're
Debbie.
very
And of course,
welcome.
if you want to see more on this, we post all the videos on our website, kvoa.com.